What's up, YouTube? Rollin Stone coming at you on a Friday afternoon. I got hired on yesterday, got my ID number, got assigned a trainer, a truck. Ready to go, right? Hurry up and wait. Welcome to trucking. Not talking bad about the company at all, man. I have been extremely blessed in my decision-making process. I feel like I have put myself in a good place. So, regardless of all of the wonderful reviews that I've seen online, I've decided that most of those reviews are because people focus on the negative. I've also decided that most of those reviews and the experiences that people have had is because they're probably just negative people. It is what it is, man. You can't focus on the bad stuff. So anyway, the reason why I'm still here in a hotel room, not in a truck, the truck needed repairs, is what it is. My trainer doesn't have any CSA points. He's been a responsible driver, responsible owner, and so he put in the order to get stuff done, but sometimes you got to stay on top of those mechanic shops, and so anyway, it is what it is. He also he told me whenever we met on Wednesday that no, we met on Tuesday. He told me that it very well may be that we were going to be here until Monday. So I was already kind of planning for it. But I just wanted to shoot this video to let you guys know a little bit about me. I grew up in the panhandle of Texas, up in the northern part. I was raised by a single mom. My dad was in and out of our lives quite a bit when I was a kid, but he was never really around more than 2 years. He was a truck driver, and from the rumors that I've heard from people that knew him as a driver, he was a damn good one. He taught me a lot of lessons when he was around that I didn't quite understand up until the past few years. And I'm very grateful that he did come in and teach me those lessons. But anyway, after high school, I graduated near the top of my class in high school. I'd never really had to study. Things just kind of came naturally to me. And the not studying part hurt me. Whenever I went to college, I didn't have study habits. And it was my first time being away from my mom and my family. And anyway, I did the typical college stuff and did the typical move of not taking care of responsibilities. So I left school. I went to work for a drilling company down in San Antonio and started drilling water wells. I found myself doing manual labor, and I enjoyed it. I had done manual labor all the way through high school. And, it was a job. Just over broke. That's what job stands for. So, anyway, I did that for, I guess, a little over a year. And then I moved back to Lubbock. I worked for a pump pulling company, water wells, again. I did that for a little while. Then, let's see, from there, I went to work as a light mechanic. I did very, very minuscule things, not enough to call myself a mechanic. I turned a few wrenches. I did that for another, I guess 2 years. I was at that company and learned a lot about car sales, and I learned a lot about car value and just different makes and models. That was a good experience gaining job. Didn't pay that well, but it was good experience. And then I went into sales. And I sold Kirby's door to door. You want to talk about some life experience, man? I basically got a business degree while I was in that. I worked for 2 different distributors. I worked for the first one for a year and a half there in Lubbock. And then I went with a distributor that opened up a new business in Odessa, Texas, just a couple hours south. in the Permian Basin where the oil field is. I was there in Odessa for a little over 2 years. I worked my way up from being just a salesman. I ran a crew to where I was what they call a team leader. It's basically a manager. And I learned how to train people. I was a recruiter for a while, so I learned a lot about advertising and marketing and human resource policies and what the government allows you to say and what they don't allow you to say. The very analytical job, and I was pretty successful at all of those. And I didn't get rich, but I made enough to learn how to be on my own. And then I got burned out. Going door to door is pretty tough in the 21st century, and it wasn't for me. And so then I moved into drug testing. I did mobile drug testing in the oil field. I was that fun guy that would show up in the middle of the night on the location, and I would test everybody there: hair follicle, urine, alcohol, all of it. That was a cool job. I had a lot of downtime. I got to study up on things that I had missed while I was in sales. In sales, I woke up early in the morning, went to work. I came home late at night, ate, and went to bed. So I didn't have a lot of a social life during that phase. And so whenever I was doing drug testing, I got to learn quite a bit. From the drug testing, my mom got injured. She had a traumatic brain injury. And so I literally packed up overnight. I think actually it took 2 nights. But within 2 days, I was back home, and I was in the process of getting things ready for her. Got an attorney to help me out with legal issues as far as access to records and stuff. Got a power of attorney. She was young. In my opinion, she was 58 at the time. And so it was a bit of a fight, but I was able to put things in motion to help her get her disability from Social Security and get her medication straightened out and doctors, and just try to find a solution. We still haven't found a solution 2.5 years later, but she's managing. So, and I pretty much had to do that alone. I reached out to my family. Hi. And for the most part, my cousins helped out, and they realized what I was going through, but my aunts didn't pay attention as much as I had hoped, and it became too much. I really was a one-man operation, and I needed a team. And so one day it just became too much, and I couldn't handle it. So I left her in the best condition that I could, and I moved back down to San Antonio. Went to work for that drilling company again that I started with out of college. I was down in San Antonio for a year. I started driving water trucks when we were on location. So it was on private property. It was legal. But I learned how to float gears. I learned how to drive a 10-speed. And I learned how to pull, well, I'd already known how to pull trailers, but I learned how to pull trailers with weight, hauling drill pipe and stuff like that, backing and all of that. And I wasn't being paid minimum wage, but I wasn't being paid fair wages, if that makes sense, compared to other people in the industry. So I started looking to get into truck driving. I really liked driving. I liked hauling trailers and having to keep my eyes on the mirrors and watching out for traffic. And I don't know, I enjoyed it. So I started studying the handbook, and I started really looking into the industry. I came to YouTube. I looked into a lot of truck drivers and their stories. I started going to truck stops and actually interviewing truck drivers as they were on the fuel island walking in, and catching them one-on-one so I could get some honest answers and not just how would you say it? Not the BS that you typically catch whenever you get 5 or 6 drivers along trying to tell stories, fishing stories. So I made an educated decision. as educated as I could be, and came to a company that has a lot of different divisions, and is one of the I think they're fourth or fifth largest carrier in North America. So they gave me an opportunity to go to school and to get my CDL at an upfront pay. You know, I have to sign, or I already did sign, but now I have to work out a 10-month contract to pay for my school. And during that 10 months experience, I'm going to be OTR all over the lower 48, New York included. Not looking forward to that, but I kind of am. It'll be fun. It'll be frustrating, but it'll be an education. And so anyway, that is what has led me to today. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a background about who Rollin Stone is. I was raised in a Christian home. I'm not going to push my religious value or my religious beliefs on anybody. I will put the values out there. You need to, you know, everybody needs to be nice, polite, respectful. You don't have to respect necessarily someone, but you do need to show them respect. It'll keep you out of trouble. I've learned that. But anyway, guys, you know, I'm just a small town boy trying to make it in a big world. And this career, this industry has a lot of different ways that you can use that license. So most companies want you to have experience, and they would prefer you to have an OTR experience. So that's why I decided to go OTR. It's been a rough ride over the past 6 months. The girl that I was dating, we ended up breaking up. Being apart was just too tough for her, and you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that's a little bit about Rollin Stone. I'm sure you guys will catch bits and pieces here, but I've been telling you guys that I would give y'all a little bit of background. I just haven't got around to it because I've been so busy. But I am here on Friday afternoon in the hotel. I'll be rolling out sometime Monday to go get dispatched on our first load. So it gives me a chance to reset my clock. I'm not on company responsibility time or anything like that, so I am officially off duty as of 11 o'clock this morning. So that'll give me a good reset, so I start with a fresh clock and be ready to roll Monday. So you guys, thank y'all for the support. Thank you for subscribing. It means a lot to me. You know, I don't earn anything out of it, but it at least shows me that people are watching the videos, and I don't know, hopefully it helps somebody. I know videos like this have helped me. So you guys, I hope y'all have a blessed weekend. I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good morning, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. And keep your goals in front of you. And if you don't have a plan to achieve those goals, start figuring out a plan. I've got a good plan to figure out how I'm going to achieve my goals, and come hell or high water, I will be successful. So, like I said, y'all enjoy it, and let's go along for the ride. Rollin Stone, I'm out.